Now we are back for another exciting session. I hope you are excited. Please welcome a speaker that we had yesterday. Welcome him back on stage to discuss the viral equation, decoding the science of online fame. Everyone put your hands together in a massive round of applause for Dario Kulic.
Hello. Hi. So here we are again. I hope you're still alive and ready for the next 30 minutes. So we're talking today about viral equation. So decoding the science of online fame, and this will be interesting because it's a big topic. No? There's many things you can talk about. You know about these things, but I'm looking forward to what you will say to my conclusions. So let's start it, yeah? Just a couple of things before we start. So why should you actually listen to me? Okay, so, I mean, who am I? What did I do? And why should it be value, actually, what I'm saying to you? So I have 17 years of business experience, not just in procurement, but also in sales and marketing and other functions. So from a management perspective, I've led big teams, and I did it differently in a sense of I wanted to show actually the world also that you can lead just by trusting and with empathy and by taking the risk. Yeah, so without actually controlling. And nobody believed me in my company before, so where I worked. And it turned out then in the end that it became viral because this team became the most loving team in the company's history, and nobody believed in it because they had no expertise in the beginning. They didn't know actually what to do, and this was on purpose. I hired them actually and interviewed all of them and wanted them not to have any expertise. Why? Because I just wanted them to have attitude, the right attitude, and the rest, I said to them, these are just technical skills, and I will teach you. So I have 30 days. I will teach you in 30 days everything you need, and then you're going to run. They didn't believe as well, but it worked out. And why I'm saying this just is you can always go another way. Another way, your own way, especially then when nobody believes in it. Usually when nobody believes in it and you believe in it, then it's going to work out. So just one thing, I mean, you heard yesterday, I'm a type of person who not likes authenticity. So you can't like authenticity, yeah? You are just authentic. And the thing is here, what I say, I mean, I'm an honest person, and I want just people to thrive. I want us to thrive together, and we can only do this if we are open, if we are honest, and can look into our eyes, each other. So coming to fame, I had never a wish. I don't have a wish to become famous or reach any fame. And the thing with fame is, I think, the more you search for it or seek for it, the less you're getting. So I'm not going into conclusions, but my thinking is here, the more you just focus on your thing you want to do and to what you believe, and it turns out into success, the fame will come automatically afterwards. Yeah, so, right, so I don't want to bore you more about myself. Let's go, okay. You will not see many slides on purpose. I wanted also to have interactive. So you have questions, you want to say something, interrupt me, go for it, okay? So I want to have it lively. So as I said, let's drive together. What are we looking here? So from my perspective, this emotionally driven complex human nature produces a lot of reasons why you want to become famous or reach fame. And also here there are different types of fame in my eyes. So what happens today in the world? And there's also difference between empathy and only emotions. So if something just steers up your emotions or if something is really empathetic. So there is for me a big difference. And again, it comes back to your purpose, your meaning, the attention of others, the interest, and what is the value in the end. Yeah? So from a science perspective, you will see now on the next slide why I'm talking about science. From a science perspective, is it science or no science? I mean, is there a science in decoding and online? So there is actually not even a formula for it. Yeah? But science is important because science is also a part of virality and not just becoming famous, but actually conveying a message to the world as well. Yeah? On a real, I would say, on a real perspective. And I call this collective science, individual science. Yeah? And then you have this pseudoscience. You all know what pseudoscience is. And then you have things which is no science at all. You know videos on the internet, on YouTube, shorts, where things going viral, 50 million clicks. But it's no science. It's pseudoscience, fake things, things which are just quickly attracting, quickly steering up your emotion, but it's not fame. Okay, that's the 15 minutes maybe. Or the 2 days, or the 3 days. Huh? But what are you actually looking for? Do you want to become famous forever? Do you want to become famous for the next year? Or just today? There's also a movie, 15 Minutes Fame, if somebody has seen it. Yeah. But there are people out there who just need this 15 minutes. They just want to be for one time in the spotlight and be somebody, let's say. Okay. Everybody of you is already somebody. But this feeling of I can only be somebody if the world sees it also. Yeah? Everybody needs to answer this question for yourself. Yeah? But here, maybe something you can take away with you. Do you want to be a one-time fly or Marty McFly? Yeah? So you know Marty McFly from Back to the Future. So he became famous. Why? He didn't want it. Yeah. So and this is it. And this one-time fly, it's up to you. What do you want? Yeah. So again, my question is actually, why do you think even about it? Yeah. So why do you think even about it to become famous? And this is what I mean. So don't think about it, and just do what you want to do, and what you believe in is important for the world, and will also be received by the world as valuable. Because I think this is today needed in this world. We are looking on the internet, there's so much invaluable stuff, yeah. So which is just forcing you on the screen, and you know what I'm talking about. Yeah? But this is, it goes from my perspective in the wrong direction. It distracts us really from our core problems in the world, yeah? Where we actually could all work together and make things viral. This is what I mean with science. So mathematics will not bring you anywhere on this topic. You know it yourself. So, but there is no science in going viral or becoming famous. Huh? So, however, science which can make you famous when going viral. Why virality still is no guarantee for fame. So that's my take on it. Does anybody have a different opinion on it? Just shout it out if you have. But in fact, this is this is what's happening today. I think there's a lot of science going on which is important, which should be communicated to the world, which can become viral. But it is, as I said yesterday, the oversaturation. There is an oversaturation on the net which prevents the real good things to be displayed, and then shown then also to everybody, because there's then coming something after, and this is then again some pseudoscience, some fake videos, something what is just attracting you for emotions, so for laughing, for all these cats and dogs pictures and videos, and where there are millions of views. So what is happening here? You're just watching it actually because it gives you some emotion at that point in time. It's again 15 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't know. So, but that's actually my main take, yeah. And so where will this lead actually in? The thing is, how do you actually captivate something viral? How do we actually create something viral? And there are enough means and medium out there to create this. So, but the point here is it bringing you value? Okay, is it bringing you something for your audience? The question is really, what do you want? When I got actually asked to make this keynote, yeah, I was a bit baffled myself. Yeah, what I will talk about it. It's a topic everybody knows, but you can say so much about it. Personally, I dislike actually virality in the internet when it is not valuable. Okay, yeah, sometimes it's nice to see something which is funny and so on, but this is not bringing us anywhere. So as the human mankind, I mean, if we stick all together, we would have brilliant things which we could produce together, which we could produce not only together, but make viral together. So the point here is, how do we change this? So how do we change this actually? And I don't have a formula, it's not mathematics, but you are all marketing experts, yeah? So you can also think about it yourself, how we can achieve this together, in cooperation maybe even. So, and this is not about just profit making. It's not about profit making actually. And we talked also about this yesterday, yeah? It's not all about money. It's what I understood from all of you, you all want to change the world somehow. When I listened to other colleagues from the conference on education and health, they all want to change the world as well. So, but they are not going viral with their stuff. They are getting actually overrun by all the other things. Yeah? And this is why, yeah, probably the world doesn't know about many things today. What is already possible, what we can all do together to make a better world. So, again, empathy. Winning your hearts of the audience, not with pictures of dogs and cats, but winning the hearts of the audience by showing that the things you are presenting has not just a value, but has the chance to change the world for the better. Because we are not the only ones, I think, who want to change this world. Yeah? So, that's what I said, yeah? Let's be realistic. Everybody can become nowadays famous with anything and everything. Okay? You can just make some, I don't know, you can jump on the banana and make some salto mortalis and make a video out of it. And maybe 20 million people will look at it. Yeah? Then 20 million people know your name. Fine. So what's tomorrow? Well, nobody knows your name anymore. Nobody thinks about it anymore, okay? Because this is it. How do you get something out there which is memorizable? This is the important thing. And here I think the right start of a concept is not thinking about how to make something visual which could be just appealing. Yeah? So again, fake videos, AI usage. There's a lot out there now which is even computer generated, and you don't know it even. Yeah? So do we even know if this user is real? Okay, so do you actually know the person, or the videos you're looking at, is this all real? So talking about famous, yeah? So who's actually not famous behind it? And that's another point. This takes all away place for the real deal. Okay, so for all the other people who really who don't want to get famous. This is the point. The people who don't want to get famous, but the people who are driving science in order to change the world, they are not getting the chance to become famous and communicate it out there. So those people who want to become famous, they will always find a way to get it. Either through fake videos, either through whatever it is. Yeah? But again, it's not valuable, not really valuable. And yes, as I said, the thing with this 15 minutes or 5 minutes fame, it's depending only on your clicks. The views, the clicks, but it's not real. There's nothing tangible out of it. So, again, the conclusion for me is there's no equation for online virality. I even don't like this online virality term. For me, it shouldn't be online virality. It is actually a mix of analog. So you should, again, coming back to science, before you go digital and want to become viral, yeah, you're doing something analog. With probably your hands in your laboratory, or you're engineering something. You're creating concepts, management techniques, anything what it is. Yeah? So, but the point here again is that it's not mathematics. It's a lot of abstract. Actually, my point of view, marketing is actually a lot more about psychology. Again, emotions. What is emotions? This is psychology. That's pure psychology. Yeah? So at a point in time, some person needs something. I'm now in the need of having the emotion of feeling cheered up or feeling better. So on the short term, what I'm doing, I'm watching something what's cheering me up. Yeah? So and this is the point. So how do we actually create something really valuable? How do we actually change this? How do we overcome now or fight against this flood, which is already existing, of so much nonsense, and get actually the real things out? So that these real things are actually overcrowding everything else. So I don't have a solution for this. I can't have it. But we can only have it all together if we do something all together against it or for it. And now it depends all on you and on you marketing experts, actually. So for example, I'm pretty sure that you all with your agencies, and bless you, no, it's okay, come on. It's interactive, I said. So I'm pretty sure that you, with all your expertise and brilliant concepts and marketing agencies, could help science, could help those people to get pushed forward. Now the question is, will you do it for non-profit? Let me know. Would you do it for non-profit? Would you? Yeah? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Correct. So now again, I adore what you said. Yeah. So I love it when people are working, fighting for cause, also for non-profit. But let's be realistic. Not all of you are like this. Not all of us are like this. So still, everybody who just wants to make money and profit is not prioritizing this. Yeah? And again, the question is, what do we want? Make money just to have status and security, or do we want to change really the world? Yeah? I can't answer it for you, but I would love to be a part of it. In any case, whatever I can do for it. Yeah? So I don't have a marketing agency. So we are a consulting company. But again, as I explained yesterday, in our case, we want to change the world as well. And how do we want to change the world? Is we change first the corporate world of employees, which will change their private life automatically. Why? Because when we take away all this frustration, all this pain from them at work, they will not take all this load of BS home. Okay? So I've had so many discussions with interviews also with people when I started to make this business case and working on this concept of an action chatbot and taking away non-value added activities. I was shocked. I was shocked what I heard. There were people working since 20 years and had to go through this pain 20 years long. So how do they bear it? Yeah? They bear it because they just ignore it. Yeah? So they just take it and they not bringing everything from their own into it. Okay, so they leave actually their heart out because they understand that's now just the job and I have to run it. But the point here is, I had so many statements from people who said they take it home. They take all this ballast home, all this weight, and then it's their family who has to take it. Huh? Not only the family, maybe also the dog, the cat, whatever. Huh? But here, multiply this with everybody who's in corporate working today and affected of it. You will come to numbers of millions. And let's now talk about virality. I give you an example. I calculated for 5,000 users in one company, if we just automate one workflow, they're working on it the whole day, okay? And automate it, they reduce 90% of all this wasted time for transactional work, for meaningless work, for unvalued work. So, what's the outcome? 90% means here 26 years per year. Okay, so I had to explain this to my former CFO a few times. We didn't understand it. So how can it be? How can 1 year have 26 years? I said, well, it can't. But that's not the point. Collectively, all together, when you put all this together, everybody together saves 26 years in 1 year on one workflow. Now listen to this. In big corporations, there are around 120 workflows. Imagine you automate all of them and give them the time back. Calculate it, 120 times 26 years. You come to a high number. One company. How many companies and corporations are in the world who have the same problems? Thousands over thousands over thousands. Now, what does it actually then mean? We could save actually together already today millions of years of wasted, non-value added stuff and actually invest it all together into everything else. For example, saving the world. How do we save the world? We save the world when we support science. When we support science and those people who have brilliant ideas, or maybe also not us scientists, but if we would follow their ideas, we would also create a better world. So, but the point here is, those people are also sitting in corporations. Those people are also sometimes secretaries. So, or not on a high level. So they're not getting any time to think about these kind of things. They're not getting even any time to present something. Yeah? And that's the catch. How many people probably are out there who have something brilliant but are not able to bring it on the paper or not able to present it to the world on YouTube because we are watching cats and dogs. So you get the point? Yeah. All right, any questions? I hope you're still awake. Okay.
Do we have questions?
Thank you. This is Saman Mikhail. I own a marketing firm here in Dubai.
Hi.
So I want to hear more about the most difficult case study you have done for automation. Exactly. So and it could be like a service.
Yeah.
So you automate the service as a service provider, and that was the most difficult case.
Yeah. Yeah. For example, so if you take any kind of a process in a company, which is highly filled with manual workload, which is not bringing really value. So I give you an example. In procurement, you want to create a purchase order. You have to go into the system. You have to log in somewhere. You have then to fill out screens and go until you finalize it. So now, after finalization, it's also not working because you missed something. Okay, and here it comes. All this type of work until this number is created, the order is created, is all non-value added. It's all wasted time. It's wasted time. It's frustrating. It frustrates a lot of people. Really, I've talked to hundreds of people, and I didn't believe it that it is so frustrating. Huh? But the point is, not everybody is trained always on the same level, and you can't get everybody trained on the same level. So why do you actually continue to try it? Let's just stop it and take this BS away from them to give them more time. And now coming to services, it can be anything. Anything. It can not just be procurement, it can be in the quality department, manufacturing department, sales. In sales especially. How many of you know how a sales cycle works? Yeah? So you have to send out quotations, or you get actually the inquiries in, and all this is actually manual. Yeah? So you can automate all this. And in this sense, you can concentrate on your more valuable creative things. I don't know, maybe one of you have a brilliant idea, but you don't have time because you're stuck in sales work or anything else. Okay, this is the point.
Yeah, so first we need to systemize the work, then we need to automate it, right? Not the other way around.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. So it doesn't make sense to automate something if you don't know and are aware of your end-to-end process fully, of course.
Okay.
But here you're not alone and you're not lost. So, for example, this is what we do. So we help companies not just to automate, we help the companies also to run through all their processes. So the thing is, we help the companies to understand their end-to-end processes first themselves, because there are corporations who are struggling on this. But this is the start. And then when we know actually how the process works, this is what we call the assessment. Yeah? And after assessment, we know how to orchestrate it fully. This is the point. So you must orchestrate it properly. But it's working. And it's live. We have it already with 2 big clients. And the thing is, they also didn't believe, yeah, after 1 or 2 use cases you do, then we'll stop. No, it's actually the other way around. They saw that the value is so high, and now they're adding and adding and adding. Yeah? And then you will create, in the end, a one-stop business shop. Okay, this is the idea. You make a one-stop business shop so that you can do everything out of this one place. Yeah? As an employee in a company. So imagine you are a business user. You have to run business and to create turnover. So 90% of your time you have to waste for something different. How do you create the turnover?
Yeah, you are right. Okay, I'm sorry to take this long time, but the last question will be like, what the measurement here for the automation is like productivity increase, right?
There are 3. There are 3 measurements. So
okay. So can you give us a percentage, like how much we should put the KPI, like 10% productivity increase, or should we put it 20, or we work toward the 20, or
increase?
What? Yeah, the
75
productivity
to 90%.
increase. The end goal, the ultimate goal will be a productivity increase.
75 to 90%.
Oh my God, this is within 1 year, something like this.
So the point is, let's go back to this one workflow. When you automate this one workflow that we're talking about, you save 75 to 90%, not just on time, but also on cost. And you can then increase also the productivity increase actually will not be 75 to 90%. It will probably be over proportional because you don't know how productive this person then actually will become. So, but in general, it is 75 to 90%.
But
it's
you talk
massive.
about three KPIs, so what is this?
So
KPIs.
you have time, you have the time you save, you have money you save, and you have a collective number of people which is affected. So, and yeah, let's be also again realistic. There will be companies who will take advantage of this. We can't stop it. That's always with new technology. But we can, as I said, fight against this when we don't look only on the profit, but really on the improvement of work of people, which will be for all of us benefiting in the end, and for the family at home who doesn't have to take anything anymore from frustrations from the wife, the husband, or whoever is working. I mean, I can tell you from my experience, I had this also in the beginning. Sometimes when you work in big corporations, there's a lot of hassle. There can be a lot of stress and pressure, and you get pressurized all the time. And this can create, if you're not strong enough, this can break. This breaks people. It can break people. It's not necessary, okay? It's not necessary that the manager comes anymore to somebody. You have now to create this report. Oh my God, I have now to download this. I didn't have to do this and blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm going now home. So it will take me again 3 hours. Okay, 3 hours of non-wasted time. Now I'm going home. My wife is pissed. She's not only pissed. My kids are sleeping. They haven't seen me for years, hypothetically. But this is it, huh? Sorry? Yeah, or you don't find anybody anymore at home because you're getting divorced. So, worst case, I heard this as well. I mean, not in my case, but yeah, this is reality. The reality actually is, and this is the point, we need to stop closing our eyes from reality. And this, in my case, is happening actually with all this short-tempered emotional videos out there which are reaching millions of views and making people famous for, I don't know, a few days or so. or even for a year. I mean, I've seen things, users who are doing this since years, yeah, and just for collecting. You know, you collect views. Why do you collect views? Of course, you get paid them by YouTube. Yeah? So you can put your plaque on the wall. Yeah? I had platinum YouTube. Okay, so is this fame? Is this valuable? No, it's ego. That's just ego-driven proliferation of yourself to show it to somebody. Oh, look, I have this and that. Yeah? So I've done 20 million views. Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations. What did you change? Nothing. Okay, it says I have 14 seconds. Please.
Yeah. Hello, Dario.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your presentation. We can see how authentic you are. As a psychologist, I want to just add something in your presentation. In psychology, we spoke about affective and cognitive growth. It's if you post something on LinkedIn and you speak about scientific stuff, you will just improve your cognitive growth. So people just facing you, just add an opinion, a good opinion about you, but you don't improve the commitment. But if you are in your affective growth, if you speak about your pets, your dog, cats, child, I don't mix the cats and child, of course. But if you speak about your life, you will create connection. We speak about self-brand connection, a connection between the brand, your image, your personal branding also, but also with you create a connection between the brand image and the personal identity. And if we create this connection, you can just create commitment because the people are attached not to the brand but your identity. And if they are attached, they are committed. And if they are committed, they will like, they will share your post, they will just create they will.
I feel you.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, just want to add something about that. I don't know what you think about that, but it's a real question for me. Can I have to just speak about my scientific stuff and show how credible I am in psychology or in marketing, or just speak about my life, my family, and my pets?
Both, if it fits and suits and benefits everybody. So, you know, let me just finish one thing. All of us has any private stories which are valuable for other people to gain more experience. Combine it with the things you're doing in a profession, like in the science. So this is what I recommend. But I feel all you said, it's absolutely true. This is absolutely true. I think he had a question. No, there are more questions? Yeah.
You had one more question?
Or two, yeah? Come on, give a little bit more.
I could be wrong, but I know that, for example, Facebook, Instagram, they had an algorithm called EdRank. And the EdRank's changed now, but it's the same principle applies, and I think it applies across many platforms. So in general, only 2% of your followers see what you post, right? Because what happened was, for those who don't know, Facebook and LinkedIn, etc., they were free platforms for people to use. And Facebook and the clever people like Mark Zuckerberg decided, well, if you want to do that, then you're going to have to pay. So that's where the paid side came in. So 2% of your followers naturally see your content.
So which means it's not real connections, huh?
Yeah. So where I'm going with this is that in your experience, how the algorithms reward higher content engagement. So, for example, you create a post and there's a lot of people engage. Facebook then says, oh, that must be breaking news, or that must be something that people like. So it will start to distribute it to more than just the two people. And then they share it, and then it grows organically. So when things go viral, it's an organic growth, right? It's not a paid growth. So in your experience, how does one break through the barrier of that 2%?
Yeah, so I mean, I have an answer myself on it, but I guess there are more answers than this. But my answer is, again, everybody of us has issues in his private life. We all have the same. If it is political, if it is something what is destroying our common environment, if it is any costs which are going up, if anything, everything. So why not looking into this? pain points. Pain points of people, which will then actually connect them. In my point of view, you will connect with the people if you really concentrate more on the pains. And also with the brand, I think it is, in my opinion, nail me at the wall, yeah, so or kill me for this, but I think, in my opinion, it's time that when we create brands and make marketing campaigns for brands and push them out, we should start to make it real, no? So that the brand really has a value, not just from a materialistic perspective, but that it's really driving cause. And I think only like this we will connect and really with people. Once they understand that you're not doing this for profit only. Once they understand that you're doing this, yes, of course you need money because you need to live and survive as well as everybody. But once they understand that you're not doing it only for money, but that you're really having this feeling in your heart that you want to push forward the cause and change the world, then we will change collectively. That's my opinion.
For one more question. So who had their hand raised? Who had their hand raised? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. There you go. What? All right, two, but like, let's try to, yes, exactly. Here you go.
We'll try that. We'll try that. Yeah. Hey, coming back to the topic of virality, right? So keeping the algorithms aside, because nobody could predict when the social media platforms will push your content out or not, what can be controlled? If you have to put some basic framework, what kind of content might work, right? There needs to be some novelty in the content that you're putting up. There needs to be some familiarity as well, authenticity, relatability.
Yes.
Right? I think a combination of all this, maybe it changes from content to content. We have to take two examples of two situations where things went really crazy on viral, right? One is like brand, other one is like non-brand. We'll take both these examples, right? We all know the Gangnam Style song, right? The South Korean, it just exploded, right? It was novel, and it is something familiar to all of us, but it is relatable for the entire Korean people because it's a 20 years of work that happened in K-pop to prove the world that K-pop is better than American pop music. And people just related to it and just took it up, right? It's the relatability is what that kind of made things happen on that example.
I didn't know this history, so that was a background, but yeah.
Yeah, and another interesting brand that actually went viral is Dollar Shave Club. How many of you knew the example that happened, right? It's so real. Right? The founder himself came and shot a video, which is a shabby video, right? It's like a $5,000 budget video. He just went around the factory kind of explaining why his blade is better. And they just had one sign-off line, our blades are fucking great. Right? It just went viral again. And there is a reason for it because it's authentic, it's real. The founder himself came and explained, and it's not very staged. It's like a normal,
He wanted to show reality.
Exactly.
This is it.
I think there is no defined formula, but there are few framework if you keep in mind, and if you are lucky enough, things might go viral.
Yes, and I love what you said. And by the way, you said there's a solution, and you named it in the beginning: the platforms and the algorithms. So why don't we start actually working with those also, and explain them actually what we talked about today, and get them convinced that they change their algorithm to support causes.
Super short. Absolutely. That was a GIF. And I do think Gangnam Style is the best thing since sliced bread. So thank you for bringing that example up. And it's still relevant to this day. It had such a massive effect on Korea's soft power in general. So you had a question? All right.
I did not hear a question there. No, but both of the examples were super. So I have actually two thoughts. One was like there is a lot of discussion these days around the cyber security or security issues when you put too much of personal stuff online. So where to draw the line? Because a lot of people just keep on, showing we are going here, we are doing there. This is my kid, this is my luxurious car, this is this. Then what if, God forbid, if something happens? And that's a negative. So any thoughts on that? That is one. Second, to all the lovely ladies here, I am taking a risk here by stating this, but I'm just trying to understand because we are talking about virality and audience attention and all that. Many times, if I have also put up some post on Instagram or LinkedIn, I put a lot of thought to it that okay, I'm going to add some value to somebody's life, right? Some questions, and some general picture or even a video, right? All I get is 30, 35 likes, engagement from people who I know. And then, just above that, I see a picture from a beautiful lady, says hi, and she has a 5,000 likes.
There we are. This is it?
No, I'm trying to understand.
It's the truth.
Sorry.
It's true. I mean, it's nothing. No, wait. We are. This is nothing against women. It's nothing against any gender or something like that. But it is kind of the truth.
Listen, you're just jealous.
Nah. Okay. If he's jealous, what's the value of this picture? Yeah.
Listen,
Thanks.
that value is, you know what?
Thanks.
Exactly. Okay, so, hey, there's a lot of now men who do that come out, they're dude bros, they're gym rats,
Really?
they're out there with their,
Or maybe I should
little
do it
like
as well.
moments, and they say nothing at all, and that still, goes off. But that's something in marketing that you know, but I don't think I can say out loud.
But this is what I mean. We need to stop this. We need to stop use marketing for these kind of things.
You just wanted to wake everyone up? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Like, that's just something that works in marketing and worked in Calvin Klein recently for their marketing.
I know.
Everyone is naked.
Yeah.
I think the difficulty is, especially with social media, that people use it for different reasons. People use it to relax and just, and adding value. I never had an account, so I opened an account because my book came out and it was a whole thing. And I post valuable videos, as you say, about answering questions of clients, of sustainability. I get the odd likes. And then I put my kid running around and jumping, and then I get like hundreds of likes. And what is interesting is that the algorithm and the reach of it is like 600 times more. And this is a global problem where they just use social media, as you say. They show the abs, and then they're like, get fit. And it's like...
You're right. That's this complex thing, huh? The complex nature of humans and the reasons why they want to get clicks or fame. And yeah, you're right, absolutely right. Do I have 1 second before I close? But this, thank you. Just as a closing statement, very short and crisp, you need to ask yourself the question, what do you want to be? The cake or the cherry? Thank you.